Hey everyone, Joshua Hanlon here, and today I'm in Beaverton, Oregon at the Bricks and Minifigs Beaverton store, and I'm joined by the owner, Lynette, and she's going to take us around the store, show us some of the cool models and some of the awesome products that they have available here at the store. But right now we're going to start right off with this cool case of custom builds over here. So tell us a little bit about the story behind these.
Okay, so basically I've had some really creative employees over the year who like to make up their own MOCs. As everybody knows, it's my own creation. So they build stuff out of our bulk tables. There's no kits or anything that they come up with. It's just totally their imagination, and they're great builds, and the customers absolutely love to see them.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I see that we've got like the Bricks and Minifigs store represented there.
We do, and those are our employees. They each deck out their own sig fig. So everybody knows who's working.
I love it. And then you've got kind of a bridge scene up here, a little pirate scene.
Yes. The first MOC I ever made was the Star Wars one. That was like 12 years ago, or 10 years ago, excuse me, when I first started.
There you go. You got to start somewhere, you know?
Yeah, right?
Do you cycle through these regularly, or kind of have different stuff coming and going?
Basically, we're so busy with the customer base and all the projects that we don't really have a lot of time to create anymore. We have our customers come in and create stuff for us, and we display them in our windows.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, and we can show the window space. You've got some great display space here. There's nothing in it right now, but you will be able to display stuff there in the future.
Absolutely. They took it for the convention that we just had. They will be bringing it back. I've talked to quite a few of the builders there, and they're very excited to showcase in our windows.
This is more of your kind of sealed sets you have here. What themes do we have represented?
Yeah, we've pretty much got all the current themes. These are the current sets that LEGO promotes and they put out. So we've got Speed Champions, we've got Disney, we've got Star Wars, Ninjago, superheroes, Technic. We try to keep it, pretty well stocked. We don't carry everything, obviously, because we're just a small independent toy store. We moved down, we've got what we call certified sets. They are pre-owned sets, but what we do is each employee will go through and they will count the entire set piece by piece according to the manual. If it's 100% complete, we will box it up. We'll put a sticker on it, and then people can have it. So it's a little bit better than just a pre-built set, and it is guaranteed 100% complete, so people really like that.
Perfect. And then I see some older sets up above there. You got like an old Mindstorms.
We do. This is the really cool thing about the Bricks and Minifig stores is we get stuff in that you won't find anywhere else. Once LEGO produces a set, they keep it out for a couple of years, and then they'll do what they call retire it. And you can't get it anymore unless they decide to re-release it. And if they do, that's usually in a different fashion.
Right.
Yeah. So this is really cool because we get people coming in for like the old Mindstorms or the old Castle series or things they just haven't seen.
Yeah. Is it hard to balance the kind of older sets that you have out with all of the newer stuff as well? How do you decide kind of the ratio of that stuff?
Basically, there's really no decision. It's just what we get in. We're constantly taking stuff in every day. So the faster we can process, the more we obviously get out on the floor. So we just kind of strategize it so, it obviously looks nice. We try to highlight the stuff that people are going to be drawn to a little bit more than just more of the common stuff.
Perfect. And there's even a cool mosaic behind there as well. It's kind of blocked a little bit by the sets, but it's all brick built.
It is. I had somebody back east make that for me when I first started. And so that is our old logo. We no longer represent that logo. We have changed it. But we do get to keep that up there because it is pretty cool. It's a very heavy MOC. I don't really like to hide it, but when you get the big sets and you've obviously got to have a place to display them, sometimes you have to do that.
So you mentioned that's the old logo here, and so you have quite a few years of experience with Bricks and Minifigs. What's kind of the history behind this store and kind of your experience a little bit?
So basically 11 years ago, I stumbled across a little tiny store in Beaverton. And it was very similar to this. It was probably about 500 square feet. I walked in and I was looking around and was pretty excited. My son was a true LEGO enthusiast. I had never had anything to do with LEGO until he started playing with them. So it was kind of a unique opportunity. He always wanted to own a LEGO store. He actually even talked to the people at the LEGO store over in Washington Square. They said, no, we don't franchise. So his heart, and his face just dropped. He was so disappointed. But when I stumbled across this store, I talked to the owner about franchising. And they said they had no interest, no desire. Kind of pestered them for about a year. Then they decided they were going to try it. I became the first franchise and took off. And this is actually my third location because we've moved it twice.
Okay.
But it's grown. We have almost 40 stores across the country and one in Canada. So it's a pretty cool franchise.
Perfect. Yeah, no, that's very cool. And we've been having a lot of fun visiting these different Bricks and Minifigs
Yeah.
stores around the country and just checking out, like you said, you get unique products at all of them, so you never really know what you're going to see when you
I
come
know,
into one of
right?
these.
And that's what we tell customers, especially when they shop at the other stores. We always tell them, go check out the other stores. We all carry something unique. You never know what's going to walk in the door. And what I find is really interesting is somebody will come in looking for something, we don't have it. It'll walk in later that day or the next day. And we provide our customers with a really cool service called a wish list. So if they're looking for something, we'll put them on a wish list. We check it at least once a week. When it comes in, we call them, and they can come pick it up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great feature. What do we have next to us then here?
So this is kind of like a special little table. We've got some custom cinch bags that somebody made for us with our logo. They're pretty cool. They're very durable. We've got some Lego bags. We've got some custom-made shoelaces, which are pretty awesome. They were made by the same person that made those. So it's just kind of specialty items we want to highlight in here. And then we've got a Duplo table right there. So we have bag Duplo for the younger ones that like to come in.
Yeah. Do you ever do bulk with Duplo like that, or do you only sell it kind of pre-sorted?
It just depends on how much we have.
Okay.
If we have enough to fill a table, we will do that. We bagged a whole bunch for the convention. So we just brought it back, and we're selling it bulk right now in bags.
And then behind us here, you've got some more sealed sets, but also these fantastic custom base plates.
Yes, so we've partnered up, the franchise has partnered up with Strictly Bricks. They're very compatible with Lego. They come in a huge variety of colors. We actually love them so much, we put all of our minifigs in the cases on those now to display them. This is a company called Slab Dream Lab. You can see they make awesome prints on their their base plates. They are Lego compatible, and they come in a whole bunch of different colors and patterns. Minecrafts are pretty popular. Scenic, they've got space, all sorts of designs on them.
No, Slab is a great company. We've done some work with them in the past, and yeah, their designs are really cool. They do really neat stuff.
Yeah, they are fabulous.
So then you got some Friends and City stuff down here?
We do. We're continuing on with our new unboxed products. We've got our poly bags. We've got, more stuff over here. We've got some Bricklink sets from the first round that they did.
Oh yeah,
Those are
those are getting older now, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they are.
Years at
Yeah,
least.
so it's another way to highlight sets over there. Yeah.
What do people think when they see the Bricklink stuff in here?
The people who know about it are pretty excited. The people who are not familiar with it, they get really excited to hear about the story of how they were fan base created. And like the antique fire truck that Lego Master Boone created is pretty popular. We've got one of those that he's signed for us up there.
Perfect. Yeah.
They're excited to know it's, a local person, just a general person that's created that, and it's not Lego that's created it.
No, I love the story behind those. I mean, there's some awesome designs as well.
There are, yeah.
So then as we make our way to the glass cabinets, what is this section?
So I've always wanted to have like a simpler section. So we've got a 5, a 7, a 10, and a $15 shelf. You got those little guys and girls that don't have a lot. They just earn shore money or, a little bit, and they're looking for something. And they can't afford an expensive set. This is a great way for them to come in, get excited, find something that they can take home.
Yeah, it's always good to have those very affordable options.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then, of course, you've got all the behind the scenes back here behind the counter. So is that kind of
do.
where the waiting area before stuff comes out to the main show floor?
It is. We've got some stuff that we just brought back from the convention that they're working hard on getting back into the cases. We've got our special sorting area because every bucket of bulk that comes in, we sort piece by piece. We pull out the dirty stuff, the broken stuff, the non-Lego. We want to make sure it's safe for our customers before we dump it into the table. We pull out some specialty items for our customers because we know what our customers are looking for.
Okay.
Like plain tiles, Technic pieces, special castle walls. So they come in knowing that they can find that specially and not have to dig into it. So they're very excited about that.
So you kind of know there's a certain core fan base of people who will look for those special pieces, and there's always going to be people who want that.
Absolutely. They love the fact that we take the time to do that. It takes some extra work, but the employees are very good about that, and the customers absolutely love it.
Great.
Yeah, customer service is our main goal here. We're very big on customer service.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the fun part about having a physical storefront is you can have that kind of sense of community and people coming in and build that relationship with customers who can come in on a regular basis and you get to know them a little bit.
Absolutely, yes.
Very cool. Then we'll move down to one of my favorite sections in the Bricks Minifig stores, is the plants and all the greenery, all the nice bright colors. You even have brick separators over there.
What's a world without brick separators, right?
What are some of your favorites? Looks like you got like animals up here as well.
We do. We have a ton of animals in there. We've made like these little, I call them little troughs. So they're all a little separated. Everybody gets super excited about all the animals. So we just, we go from like 50 cents up to $8 or $10, depending on what the animal is, how rare it is. But the animals are huge. I love the animals, and minifigs are part of my favorite parts of Lego.
And then you've got what, could be considered more of a mundane piece, like a crate or barrel or something like that, or even just like a structural piece there. So does that stuff still sell pretty quickly, though?
It does. We throw a lot of it into the table, but we also keep some aside, because people will just come in and they want a crate. It's a very simple crate that they can find in the bulk, but why dig if they don't have to?
Yeah.
And they're very grateful to pay, 25 cents for it instead of going through and filling a container to add it to it. Yeah.
No, that makes sense. Just makes it easier for them.
It does. And they're very excited about things like that.
And then speaking of nicely sorted here, we've got this case up here. What all does that include?
So this is our BrickArms. So BrickArms is a third-party manufacturer because Lego does not really produce weapons other than the classic pirate pistols or Star Wars Lego. So what we've done is we order a lot of individual BrickArms. They fit in all the minifigures' hands. We've organized them nicely. We've got the lightsabers that are Lego. These are all Lego produced items. And then on the flip side, we've got all of the packs that we sell.
And is this another thing that people come in and are maybe surprised by if they aren't aware that a company creates something like this?
Yes. A lot of people are aware of the weapons. They don't necessarily know that they're called BrickArms, but the kids definitely do. And so we make it easy for them to get some. We have it where, they can obviously buy the individual ones. And a lot of people, they'll just come in, buy one item for $1. They're happy. Others are like a whole pack of them.
Perfect. Yeah, that works great. I mean, it fills that niche so nicely that Lego is never gonna do.
And it's nice for like all the people like at Bricks Cascade who make the military and the outposts and stuff like that, where they have a different variety of weapons that they can use for their characters.
Exactly. Yeah. So then we can move down to some of these kits in the glass down here. What are these from?
Yeah, these are a third-party company. They've created these fun little arcade games and candy themes. It's called Build Better Bricks. They are true Lego pieces. What they do is they put these little kits together. They custom print stickers that you can add on them, or they will custom print on the tiles. And as you can see, we built up a couple of the vending machines and the Pretendo Twitch. Obviously, they cannot use the original name, but they come up with fun names, like Pieces instead of Pepsi, things like that.
I love to see what those like third-party Lego companies name things in order to avoid the copyright. The various like licensing things is always funny.
Like Wally is Study, They are pretty fun, and these are pretty popular. We really love them.
But then you've got more minifigures and animals up there?
We do, yes. This is kind of, it just kind of spreads out. These are over here the general animals. These are more specialty. We've got our boats that are pulled out so people can see them. Microfigs are becoming more popular.
Really?
Yeah, so they're the ones from the games. A lot of people don't know what they are. So when they find out they made Lego games, they're pretty excited about those. They're like, oh, those are cute.
Mm-hmm. And what's on the bottom row down here? Some tires, the kind of miscellaneous stuff?
Yeah, so these are minifigure stands, which are another third-party made, but they're actually Lego pieces. Those are very popular. They're beautiful stands. Next to that, I have a friend who is an artist, and he draws Lego characters. And so those are his original creations, and we sell those cards, which are awesome. We also have a lot of them up on our walls. And then we've got a great selection of tires for people who are coming in building MOCs that are just looking for larger type tires or specialty tires. That's what we have. And then we clam pack a lot of items. So we'll put a lot of items, like we've got car building kits where they have a starter with a pullback engine, they've got tires, they've got a chair, they've got a steering wheel. So it's kind of like a starter kit that they can take and fill up a tub and go with.
Sure. And then on the back wall here, obviously you've got lots of kind of open sets as well that people can purchase too.
Yes, these are all of our pre-owned sets. We show them as is. They come in with minifigures or without minifigures. We price them accordingly to how they are. We make sure they're cleaned up, they're accessible, they work. We will try to mark, list what's missing on them. So somebody knows, okay, that Harry Potter castle is complete maybe it doesn't have one minifigure, so they're aware of it. And we do make sure to let them know, okay, it's priced that way because it is missing minifigures or it's 100% complete. If we have instructions, we'll put with them. A lot of times they come in, sometimes they don't, but we always guide people where they can find those instructions online.
Yeah, kind of make the buying experience as good as possible for them so they still end up with the product they're looking for.
And it's interesting, a lot of people are like, why would you want to buy a built set? We want to build it ourselves. So we just kind of explain, oh, well, you can't find this one anymore, it's retired, it's a good opportunity to have this, you can take it apart, rebuild it.
I just noticed this bin down here as well, the minifig hospital. I like that label there.
I know, right? We have, when we sort bulk, we find all sorts of minifig parts, like hands and arms and broken torsos. So we were piling them up in a bin, and I had to come up with a creative way for it. So I made that sign, and that's where all those pieces go. At least once a week, we're going through and adding the arms to torsos and hands, and then building up the figs or throwing them into our bulk table.
And then you just moved over to some canoes here as well, so
Yes.
those are some great older Lego pieces.
Yes. So we put out like our motorcycles and our boats, so people have those accessible.
Perfect. And then it looks like we've got Star Wars here.
Yes, we've arranged our cases mostly by themes.
Okay.
So this is strictly Star Wars. We have all the figs across the top according by price. They're all nicely lined up and organized. We have sets that go down below and special minifigures. Anything that's more expensive, we tend to put in a clam pack, keep it a little bit nicer in packaging.
I like this, what is this Emmett here?
That was an Emmett flashlight that came in without a head. So we found a Kylo Ren head from one of the buildable minifigures, so we just stuck it on the body.
It's a very one-of-a-kind piece right there.
It is kind of one of a kind. That's one thing I do like to do, and I think our customers really enjoy it, is to throw something kind of unique in there. Deadpool always has a banana in his hand. Yoda will sometimes have a golf club or, an ice cream cone. It just kind of makes it fun. It kind of interacts with the kids as well. It, kind of gets them to open up and ask questions about things that they normally wouldn't.
Just have fun with it, too,
Yes.
yeah.
That's what Lego's all about. You just got to use your creativity and have a lot of fun.
So then we can keep moving down to some more of the glass cases as well. What variety of minifigures
So
here?
the whole top on the red section are all superheroes. So we lay those out, then we have like little superhero sets that we can put off to the side. Below that, on the orange trays, we focus on Ninjago and some Chima. And then the yellow trays are basically all the other miscellaneous themes, like you've got SpongeBob and Aliens and Toy Story. And the green ones are usually Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. So we really try to coordinate so people can go directly to the section that they're looking for. So if it was like all gray, it would be kind of hard to, explain and point out and keep it organized.
Is that a system you've kind of evolved over the years, something you've kind of worked to figure out how do people kind of best respond and best find products when you have them? Because there's so many minifigs laid out here.
There are. It is for us. And I always wanted to have my display cases organized so that people can go in, kind of like a grocery store does, where you have all your items in different places. When we got started with the Strictly Bricks company, that's when I started going to all the different colors to make it a little bit easier. Before it was all gray or tan or green. So, it didn't really pop. I think this really pops.
I love this old ninja box you've got behind the brick heads down there as well.
Yes, that is an extremely old one. We've actually had 3 of those. We've sold through 2 of them so far. People that are looking for those old style ninjas, it's incredible how excited they get when they find something like that. And that's just another reason, for Bricks and Minifigs, because we bring that opportunity to people.
For sure, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then there's some more smaller kits on the bottom?
Yes. So we kind of, we try to keep this kind of a generic, theme. So we have a lot of different things. Sometimes it'll all be superheroes. Sometimes it'll be a mix. It just kind of depends on what we have. We rotate through our sets and we'll move them around from time to time. So you never know what you're going to find. It's like Costco. You kind of have to look around to find what you're looking for.
There you go. Like it's Costco for Lego.
It is, right? Why keep it all in one spot?
Does pretty much everything rotate through on a regular basis, or are there some things where you realize it's kind of sat there for a while and you need to move it out or try to somehow get more interest in it?
Oh, absolutely. We will sit on certain things for a while. Some things will move just like that. If it's been sitting for a while, we'll move it into the back, bring something fresh out.
Okay.
Like I said, we do rotate things around, so something might be here at one time and a couple weeks later it might be over there, just to kind of give people a fresh perspective, because you get people coming in 2 or 3 times a week And it's one of those things that you can see it a million times and absolutely not see it.
Right, yeah.
So, yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, we just got a bunch of new modulars, so that's really cool. We haven't had modulars for very long. We took those to the convention. That was the first time they were displayed.
Okay.
So we sold 3 of them. We brought those back. So we're pretty excited to have modulars.
No, I mean, they're very popular.
They are. They don't stick around very long.
And then coming down to the minifigures here again, it looks like we got is this some collectible minifigures?
This is all the collector series minifigs. We take them all the way back to series 1,
Wow.
actually. Yes. So we've got some through every series.
Is it harder to keep the older series in stock?
It is. It's very hard. I was lucky because I had a nice supply for quite a while, you know, and we get stuff in all the time. We're constantly finding parts, so we're always building up figs. It gets very exciting when we can build up some of those popular figs, you know, that people are looking for. And people, you know, they come in and they're like, oh, familiar with the current series. But then they don't know it goes back so far. Mm-hmm. We also have a book with all of the pages from each series, so we can show customers, oh, this is what they've had before. You know, if it's something you're looking for, we could try to get a hold of it, or, again, we could put them on our wish list.
Yeah, you've got like a catalog almost then they can flip through.
We do. It's pretty cool because, you know, if they come in asking for, we need the rocket guy. What series was he in? We can flip through our book and find, oh, okay, he was in this series. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm always interested at the Bricks Minifigs stores, especially like collectible minifigures. Is there anything like that surprises you in terms of the ones people want the most, or ones that you wouldn't necessarily expect to be that popular?
Not really. I am a huge fan of the collector series minifigs. When I first started, they were on series 6. So I had to really work my way back to series 1 and start collecting those. So, you know, people come in looking like the Wizard of Oz from the Lego movie. Mm-hmm. Those are very popular. And it's interesting because Lego doesn't always create the same number in every case that they sell.
Right.
So it makes some a lot more rare than others.
Yeah. So it's always cool though to see so many on display. And I mean, at this point, it's like a historical timeline almost with how many years they've been doing this.
I know, right? It's awesome. And I'm so excited that we can go all the way back to series 1.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, so that's one of the cool things. If someone comes in the store here, you can see like such a massive variety of those on display.
Yeah. And we always try to put the current ones up at the top, so they're a little bit easier to find.
And then what do we have here in these glass cases?
So we've got our Duplo animals and figs down here, so those are easily readable, accessible. So then we just put different sets in here. Like we've got the original holiday train that came in, so we display that. Bionicle is really huge. We don't get too much of that, so we try to, you know, focus on that. This is one of the things that they see when they first walk in. So we try to like make things pop. Mm-hmm. You know, we structured all of our architecture up on top.
The architecture sets always look so good on display.
They do, yeah. So a lot of big things, like if we have a lot of UCS, we have 4 UCS Star Wars ships. We had them all displayed up here, which is actually really cool. Yeah. You know, it catches people's eyes, that's for sure.
And then you've got, speaking of Star Wars on display, you've got some more shelves over there.
We do, yeah. We've got shelves everywhere.
Well, I'm sure you have to be very economical with the space in a store like this.
It is, yeah. And our space it's unique. You know, we don't have a lot of curves in there. It's pretty much a straight shot, but, you know, I think we've laid it out pretty well. It's pretty easily accessible from all sides, you know. Just even looking from the front, you can see everything that we pretty much carry. There's nothing really hidden in this store.
Mm-hmm. No, and that's what you want. You want people to be able to find things.
And it's very colorful. I was excited to, you know, paint it in exact Lego colors. And
yeah, the green, the purples, the blues, everything kind of creates a whole feel of a Lego store, which I always think is really great when you're coming into a physical storefront like this.
Absolutely, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, very exciting.
So now before we end the tour, we wanted to come over to the party room, which is kind of just across the hall here from the store. So what all do you do in this room?
So basically we host birthday parties, which when I first started, that was the one thing I really wanted to do. My son had a birthday party at the actual Lego store when he was 5. And it was a blast, but then they stopped doing it. Mm-hmm. I love kids. I used to be an elementary school teacher, so my big focus was getting kids in here. So I wanted to do birthday parties. When we moved to this location, they gave us this additional spot across the way. We painted it the primary Lego colors, threw up some Lego stickers, and we host parties. We do camps in here. There's a lot of space. It's almost 1,000 square foot. We have a ramp that a parent made us so kids can build race cars and roll them down.
That's also, you said a parent made that?
Yeah, they did. Wow. For their party. They decided they were going to leave it, so that was pretty awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah, so we've got a play table over here. We've got a Duplo table. We provide all the Lego for the kids to play with. We've got Duplo for the kids to play with. Our parties are 90 minutes, so they can reserve this for 90 minutes. If they want to hire a host, we have our employees trained. They come in and run the games for the first hour, and then they have time for cake and presents or whatever they want to do.
Perfect.
Yeah, they're great parties. We got to open them back up in July, so we're very excited about that. Yeah.
So how does that work in terms of like booking that if people are interested in holding something in this room?
Yeah, so they can come in, check it out. They can give us a call. We'll pay. They can pay over the phone. We require a deposit, and then the balance is not due till the day of the party. We offer a free minifig or a container of bulk for each participating child, and the birthday child gets a special certificate and a T-shirt.
There we go. I love it.
Yeah.
So obviously you've got the amazing physical storefront, the party room, but if someone can't make it in here in person, do you sell your products online, or what's the best way for kind of people to follow you online?
We don't have an online presence,
Okay.
But we are willing to take orders. They can pay over the phone. We have a great person working on social media, so she posts a lot of cool stuff. If they want it shipped, we will ship it directly to them. We can hold it, and they can come and pay for it, or they can call in and pay for it and come and pick it up, however it works. Like I said, we like to cater to our customers and make them happy.
Yeah.
So we're willing to do what we can.
That's great.
Yeah.
And then as far as like social media and your presence online, where are you most active if people want to kind of keep up to date with what's going on?
Facebook and Instagram. Yeah, and they're both at Bam Beaverton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, we'll put links in the description to the social media links and the website where you can find more info. So if you can, definitely make sure to stop by the Bricks and Minifigs Beaverton store here. Hold a party in this fantastic room if you can.
There's no age limit.
Right, there you go.
We actually had a wife book her husband's 40th birthday party with us.
Yes.
That was awesome.
That's perfect. Then stop in the store as well. Thank you so much for the tour today. This is
you.
fantastic. I love seeing these stores. So definitely everyone watching, make sure you come in and stop by. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you.